at Hazaribagh, the state of Jharkhand, and at Patna is not in dispute, or that there was a systemic breach in the sanctity of the examination, expecting a fresh NEET UG test to be conducted for the present year would be replete with serious consequences of the entire NEET UG 2024 examination is neither justified on the application of the settled tests which have been propounded in the decisions of this, you can say, arguments have been concluded and judgment has been reserved. Good stuff. In a matter like the present, it is imperative that the final conclusions of the court be disclosed at the present stage, should be recorded at the present stage, since there is an urgent need to bring about the urgent need to provide certainty and finality to a dispute which has affected, to a dispute which affects the careers of over 2 million students. Full stop. The reasons for the ultimate conclusions will follow later, but we proceed to record the essential conclusions in the following terms. Bracket 1. The fact that a leak of the NEET UG 2024 paper took place at Hazaribagh, the state of Jharkhand, and at Patna is not in dispute. Semicolon. Bracket 3, bracket 2. Following the transfer of the investigation to it, CBI has filed its status reports dated 10 July 2024, 17 July 2024, and 21 July 2024. Stop. The disclosures by the CBI indicate that the investigation is continuing. However, CBI has indicated that at the present stage, the material which has emerged during the course of the investigation would indicate that about 155 students drawn from the examination centers at Hazaribagh and Patna appear to be the beneficiaries of the fraud. Since the investigation by the CBI has not attained finality as at the present point of time, this court had, in its previous order, required the union government to indicate whether certain trends in regard to the existence of normalities or otherwise could be drawn on the basis of the results emanating from the 4,750 centers situated with 571 cities. Full stop. Pursuant to the directions of the court, the Union government has produced a report of IIT Madras indicating the position on the basis of data analytics. Full stop. Full stop. The objection of the petitioners to the report of IIT Madras to be considered in the course of the judgment, in the course of the reasoned judgment, which will follow. Full stop. At this stage, in order to obviate any controversy, the court has independently scrutinized the data which has been submitted on the record by the NTA. Semicolon. Bracket 4. At the present stage, on the basis of the material on the record, it is not possible for the court to come to the conclusion that at the present stage, on the basis of the material on the record, at the present stage, there is an absence of material on the record sufficient to lead to the conclusion result of the examination stands vitiated, or that there was a systemic breach in the sanctity of the examination. Semicolon. 5. Added to the absence of conclusive material on the record at the present stage, the data which has been produced on the record, city-wise, center-wise, and the comparison for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024 is not indicative of a systemic leak of the question paper, which would indicate a destruction of the sanctity of the examination. 5. In arriving at the ultimate conclusion, the court is guided by the well-settled test on whether it is possible to segregate tainted students from those whose candidature does not suffer from any taint. Moreover, it would need to be clarified that if the investigation reveals the involvement of an increased number of beneficiaries than those who are suspects at the present stage, action shall be pursued against any student found to be involved in wrongdoing at any stage, notwithstanding the completion of the counseling process. Stop. In other words, no student who is revealed to have engaged in acts of fraud or to have been the beneficiary of malpractices would be entitled to claim the vested right or interest in the continuation of the admission in the future. Semicolon 6. The court has also been mindful of the fact that directing a fresh NEET UG test to be conducted for the present year would be replete with serious consequences, some of which serious consequences for over 2 million students who have appeared at the examination, including in particular, bracket 1, disruption of the admission schedule for the commencement of medical courses. 2, cascading effects on the course of medical education, semicolon, bracket 3, a prejudicial impact on the availability of qualified medical professionals in the future. And 4, a serious element of disadvantage to the marginalized groups of students for whom reservation has been made in the allocation of seats. Seven, for the above reasons, we are of the considered view that ordering a retest of ordering the cancellation of the entire NEET UG 2024 examination is neither justified on the application of the settled tests which have been propounded in the decisions of this court on the basis of the material on the record. One of the questions in the course of the NEET UG 2024 was in the following terms. Colon, वो IIT के रिपोर्ट में हम आप लीजिए given below आ था.
Yesterday's order.
कल के ऑर्डर में है. Initially, the answer key which was prepared by the NTA indicated that the fourth of the above options was the only correct. That option 4, which is to be treated as the correct answer, is the next. During the pendency of the proceedings.
During negative marking, your lordships were considered.
No, we'll just leave it at that. I think we'll not. During the course of the hearing,